All right. Welcome back to Condone Yourself, where we're here to talk about season 15, sixth episode now. And it's the girl group episode or old gal group episode. However we want to phrase it. We have Kelly.
Hey, everybody.
We have OT.
Marone Paris. Hi, people. What's up, people?
Balenciaga. Gucci.
And Joe, me.
Have they done where they've dressed up as old folks before?
No, I think this is an original challenge.
I don't even remember like an acting challenge where I guess there's individuals in some acting have had to be older, but I love this challenge.
We'll talk more about this. I just think that you are starting to see the fact that Malaysia, as she talked about earlier, doesn't really have a lot of drag friends. And you're starting to see that play out. Like, because I don't think she understands sarcasm or how to take a joke.
Yeah. She tends to be very sensitive about stuff, and being sensitive is totally fine.
Right.
But knowing and understanding where it's coming from, that takes a little bit of, confidence in what you're bringing to the table and who you are. But I think Malaysia is getting the courage to stand up for herself and voice it. And once she does that, I think that's going to break down the barrier to where she can start accepting criticism and not taking it so harshly.
Yeah, the worst place you want to be as an overly sensitive person is in a room full of drag queens.
Right.
It's not going to work. Not going to work in your favor.
Right. It's not going to work.
Right.
Especially when you got, Lucy and Lux and
Mistress
who will read you down regardless.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said something?
You got to be able to give and take.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It has to roll off you. And I think
like water off a duck's back.
That part. There was a part in the episode where Mistress is like, she was like, I love her, so I'm making fun of her. And then it cuts to Malaysia going, she thinks she's going to break me down. And I'm like, wow, how different are these two things?
Yeah.
There are already enough queens who have been showing themselves to have bad attitudes on here. Like, we do not need more.
Yeah, then I guess we just get into like the start of the challenge, and I made.
No. We have to talk about the old gays coming in.
That's what I meant. Like getting into like Rue coming into the workroom. And I was just gonna give a special shout out to Rue's cardigan, which
I hated it so much. I loved it.
I know. I was like, I'd wear it.
Yeah, it was so wrong. It was right.
Yeah. And then the old gays was an amazing addition.
I remember the old gays.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Such a good idea. Yeah. But there's usually 4 of them, which made me wonder like where the 4th was.
The 3rd one, yeah.
But they're fantastic. I've seen some of their videos and stuff, and that is life goals, to just like live with all your besties and have like the end of your life be like the most fun.
I appreciated that theme carrying throughout. It's one of those things where it is so important to have people like that visible in our community.
Yep.
Because so often gay culture is youth focused.
Yep.
And the only time people are interested in older gays is when they fetishize them, right? Oh, I want a daddy. I want a silver fox, right?
Or when they pay the bills.
Right. A sugar daddy, or, it's a, like, old people are a fetish. They're not a real thing. They're objects, right? There's something to possess. And so it was really nice to have that moment, to have those moments throughout the show where you made them real people and had an opportunity to really break through to some of the younger people. So I was really, really, really happy about the old gays being there.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about this stupid fight? Because I don't want to talk about this.
Yeah, so then they picked teams, and of course it was like 2 teams wanted medal. And I did think it was, they ended up being pretty weak, but I did think it was smart immediately to be like, okay, we'll take hip hop then. Like they just were like, we're going to get out of the way of this. And that's what we wanted anyway. So smart to just call it and then let them argue, because they could have it could have been a 3-way battle. But this is, I think, what you were talking about, show where like Malaysia just was like not gonna have it.
Yeah. And I love that. I mean, this is Drag Race.
Yep.
It's usually the queens that get bulldozed over and bite their words or bite their tongue and don't speak up for themselves that will go home that episode.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm gonna stand up and do it. I think she probably took it very harshly the way they were coming at it, because those girls were they were having a good time. They're like, oh no, we're gonna take it. They were gonna and if you slipped and let them, they were gonna take it. But I like that they didn't back down. I know it probably went on forever, but this is a competition. You should be competing for the crown, and that's not just on the main stage.
And this is another reason I wouldn't be good at this, because I would be like what Marsha was like, where she's like, can we just figure this out? I'm like, I don't want to keep fighting about this.
I'm very much so. Usually I'm like, what's the fastest way to get to the next step?
Yeah. See, like, I would have sat there and carried that fight on. Because I would have, because I don't like when people attempt to walk over me.
Bulldoze. Yeah.
Yeah. I've spent my whole life, working to get out of spaces like that where people think they can, just push me in the corner and tell me how to be and what to be. And so I understood how and why Malaysia was like taking it. However, it felt weird to me because it felt like she was taking this a lot more seriously than Lux and Mistress were presenting it. Like for me, it felt like they were joshing, right? They were like, we're fighting, but we're not really fighting.
Play fighting.
Yeah, like we're play fighting. Like we both want this. We're gonna keep throwing shady comments until one of us backs down. Right? Like they were having fun, but it felt like the other group was taking it very seriously, specifically Malaysia and a little bit Sasha. Yeah. But ultimately, if they spoke up first, like you had an opportunity to speak up first too.
For me, what it always comes down to because there's always one time during the season when this happens, right? Where there's like some kind of debate about who should
do what. Should.
Yeah. But my thing is, and the reason I would be quick to be like, whatever, we'll take whatever, is because I have confidence that I could have done well with any, you can do well with any of them. I'm like, I could, country, metal, whatever. Like if you are dynamic enough, you're not worried about which one you get. Like you make it work. And even the queens that got the country one, that's not what they wanted. That was actually probably their third choice out of all of it, and they killed it. So you just like make it work.
Yeah. You have to make it work. But I love to see the queens fight. Like who's really like has fight in this competition. Who wants to be here? Like let Poppy be in there, and Poppy be like, whatever. Whatever. I was about to give up anyways.
Yeah, I already gave up 3 episodes ago.
Yeah. Joe, the most impressive thing about that is you remembered Poppy's name. When you yourself said she's not memorable. So
I said that before the episode she left.
She wasn't memorable.
She was memorable for not wanting to do drag anymore.
Yeah.
In the middle of the drag competition.
Which is not what you want to be memorable for. So they finally sorted it out, picked it from a hat, whatever. And then they moved on from there and split up into their teams. And I think the only thing for me that I noted of the workroom was just like, because we have like the tiers, we have the discussions sometimes, but I really did like Sasha's talking about, because that was more like, I'm going to educate you kids. Like these are things that people of your age have forgotten or take for granted or don't understand. So not only was she like, because she was going from her path, like people that came before her, and then how important it is to have, especially like trans women of color in older age. It like doesn't happen. Speaking of longevity, like we were talking about with the old gays, it's like there's not a lot. It's a feat to make it.
Yeah.
And so to be, and I think it, like she said, it hit her then, like, oh, this is a big deal. Like, I'm here, I did it, you know, like here I am on the show. So that was actually like one of my favorites so far, of like the not so much emotional, but just like moments in the workroom, I guess.
I 100% agree with you. I wrote it down. It's my can-do. It's everything, because it's something that I come from a place of privilege, right? I'm a male, and I identify as a male, and that is a privileged place to come from. So I don't ever have to, if I don't want to, think about the plight of a transgendered person.
Yeah.
And because very often I'm not confronted with it on a day-to-day basis, right? I have trans friends, hey Kelly, who, you know, I worry about, I think about, I wonder like what their experience is, but I don't live that experience every day. And so if I wanted to erase it from my brain, I absolutely could, because that's the place of privilege from which I come. So having her really put that in my face was fantastic. And I thought it was presented so eloquently.
Yeah.
It was presented in a way that any person listening could understand. Sort of like when Bosco talked about like gender fluidity last season.
Yep.
Right. It was presented in such a way that anyone who's listening can really glean something from it if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I thought that whole moment was beautiful and fantastic, and I'm really happy that it was captured on film.
Yeah.
Well, and things have changed so drastically in a lot of ways, and so it's just good to remind the kids, like,
Right. It
here,
wasn't
this is
always
not
this
so
easy.
long ago. Here's what things were, and like be grateful of, you know, where we're at now, basically.
Yeah. And
still room to
even
grow.
I
We got
said that.
ways to go still, but
Yeah, we got a long ways to go still. But we were there. We're here now.
Anything else from the before the workroom?
No.
Let's get into the challenge.
All right. Well, so before we go to the challenge, because the challenge actually happened on the runway, let's talk about Mama Ru. I got to move the challenge because we can't see Kelly.
And we can't see that high skirt.
Girl.
Damn.
She
I
got
was
the
like, hello.
out, honey.
Peekaboo.
I was like, that's a shirt, mama. That's a shirt.
Yeah, she got the Pusetta on display.
I loved it. I love this look.
Gorgeous. Like,
yeah,
the hair is tight. The dress is tight. It's wonderful.
The face is snatched.
The face is snatched. Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I was obsessed with that hair. That hair is so good.
Yes.
Yeah. But that skirt, that look, go Ru.
Yeah.
Apparently Lucy likes the hair too.
Yeah, the legs, honey, those legs look like they stop at her neck. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah. Good work. So now we can get into the actual challenge, and our first group. Y'all wasn't ready for the group. That's right. I got group picks. So the Banjo Bitches, for me, this group was the most cohesive, the most together. They had the best lyrics. Their choreography worked for people their age, although Selena did break character a little bit, which is what I actually think kept her out of the top. But I thought the Banjo Bitches were fantastic. I thought their look was very spot on. I thought their lyrics were fun. I thought they were funny and campy. Like this was a win for me. They were great.
Yeah, and I like their matching outfits. I love just using the canes. I think that was great. And again, the movements were age appropriate.
Yes.
You know, where it's just like, oh, I'm believing that they're old. The one note that I had, of course, is like Marsha didn't look old at all.
You have to remember, Marsha's only 12, so she probably paints it to be 35.
She doesn't know how to do makeup to make herself look old, but I was just like, you don't look old. Were you trying?
No.
And even like
she'll probably look like that when she gets this age.
That's true. So. Not even like a gray wig, you know, it's just like her normal blonde wig.
Yeah.
She definitely didn't try hard enough.
I like this as well. I like the work that Marsha put into like the choreography and everything. She did a really good job, but again, it's not shown in her drag. I love Lux's verse, but Mistress, I couldn't stop watching her. I love Mistress in this.
Yeah.
I was very happy to see her. Yeah.
I thought the song was cute.
It was
the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing worked. I thought overall, for me, if they were judged as a group, which I understand why they weren't, this group would have won.
Yeah. As a group. Yeah.
Yeah, as a group, they would have won.
Not my favorite individual performance but this was my favorite group.
Yeah, my favorite group, yes. Next were the Rockin' Old G's.
I was obsessed with Sasha again. And when she leaned so far into the metal, and I can see why she fought for this, because when she started singing, and I think all the other queens were shocked too, it was just like, it was amazing. And then her look, and her and Malaysia both, I'm glad they did the over exaggerated saggy boobs. And that was cracking me up.
Everyone had it. Everyone had the
did everybody in the group?
Yeah, they all did. But those were the most prominent.
Yeah, those were it was so silly. And I love like the judges said, we love stupid. And a lot of this group was stupid in a good way. But Sasha stood out. I know that so Aura they liked too. I thought her verse was good and one of the better performances she's had, but I don't know if I would put her in the top. I'm not sure. Okay. But I thought this group was really fun. Again, another fun song. They all seem to have a lot of fun with it. And I think they were strong too.
I didn't think Aura was as strong either. And then I rewatched it and Aura was present.
Yeah.
Throughout the performance and had moments. And I think that's because that was really good because honestly, you wouldn't expect that from Aura.
Yeah.
Aura.
But she showed out. She showed out. She did good.
She kept stealing the spotlight.
Yeah.
Right. Like you pointed out, Sasha was giving you performance. You expected that. Yeah. Malaysia was giving you this look that should have drew your eye. And somehow or another, my eye kept going back to Aura.
Yeah.
Right. She just kept stealing the spotlight from everyone. And I think that was really what made the difference in Aura making it to the top. And then this mess, the old dirty bitches. How wrong is wrong?
And they really wanted hip hop,
go back to Canada. Except for Anitra. Anitra's in this group, but
the biggest problem actually I had with this group.
You said Canada, Connecticut. Come on, Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, I was like Canada. Just go far away, basically.
Just go far away. One of the C's.
Far away.
Yeah. Connect a cut.
The biggest problem I had with this group is none of the dancing was old age appropriate.
None of it.
Threw on old makeup, but they just performed as they normally would perform. And I'm like, who's not doing bouncing splits? An 85-year-old. So what are you doing? You're I don't understand how they thought that would work.
Unless they said in the lyrics, look at my new hip.
Yeah, right.
My new knees.
Something. It was a miss. So bad.
It was so bad.
I didn't mind the velour track suits, but again, but they would probably be a little more ill-fitting. It would be a little older looking. The outfits were young. The dancing was very young.
Yeah, they would be baggy. They would be flowy like Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
They would not be super tight
they'd have a house, a muumuu over top or something.
Right. They have a jacket because it's cold in wherever they're going.
It was just
this was a miss.
Yeah.
The lyrics were a miss. It was a miss.
I agreed though with the three of them, Jax, Robin, and Anitra being in the bottom because they were trash.
They were bad.
Lucy was was the best part of this, and that's
she
not
wasn't.
saying
She
much.
still
but she was
wasn't
the best
good.
part. Yeah,
Yeah, she wasn't good either.
But at least she tried to be old.
Yeah, she tried to be old, and that bright yellow did her favors because everyone else faded in the background, and it was clear they didn't choreograph much.
Yeah.
They said, we're just going to do our own thing, and then while you're doing your thing, your verse, we're going to be like this.
They just missed the assignment.
Yeah.
Very much so.
This is George's.
No, George's means that it's still pretty, but
yeah, this was not pretty either.
This is not pretty.
Fine. It's not
It's
George's.
just bad.
It is. This was just bad.
This is as titties.
Well, and especially again, yeah, this is titties.
As titties.
Especially, when you come last after two groups that just killed it, like that were so fun to watch, so entertaining. Like I was having so much fun with both of those, and then it was like womp womp.
Right.
Yeah, this would have been the opening or middle act.
Yeah.
Well, to the runway. Okay, I'm taking that down because of Kelly's face.
Bring it to the runway. What
First
was it,
up, Anitra.
It was tie-dye to die for.
Yes, tie-dye to die for. So we talked a little about this, and again, this is a theme. I have come to know what to expect when Anitra turns the corner. She's going to rely on her body. She's going to have, some sort of panty, something happening around her waist. Like, it's becoming very predictable for me with Anitra as far as her aesthetic. I think Anitra is interesting. Anitra is probably stealing from Joe. Anitra is probably my favorite person right now in the confessionals. I love anytime that camera pans to Anitra in the confessional. I always know it's going to be something fun or interesting. But on the runway, I am getting bored.
I wasn't drawn to this look.
No.
I would give it like just meh. It didn't do anything for me when she came out. It doesn't do anything for me looking at it again here. It's just kind of simple.
It's a 70. She gets a C-.
Yeah. Joe?
I'm not a big tie-dye person in general. It's just something about it. It's just not my taste.
I love
so this whole category I had an issue with. With that said, this look is fine.
Yeah, exactly. Next.
There's only one look that I thought that was okay. Two looks that I thought
was Jax.
Oompa doopity doo. I got another puzzle for you.
What is this?
Oompa Loompa?
That's so spot on.
Oh.
What is this?
What is it?
Why the orange girl? That ain't even tie-dye. Like I could understand
why the wig, why any of it? Why any of it?
Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa. Yeah, another person that has very questionable taste.
She's on the wrong season. She should have wore this season 14 with the chocolate bar. It's chocolate.
Yeah. That she made in the factory.
She made it in the factory.
I don't.
The factory.
I can't.
No, this is terrible. That's it. No, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was gorgeous.
Yeah. Her hair. I wish her hair was styled like Rue's though, because it's the same hair.
Yeah.
Then that would have made it absolutely perfect. But this is good for Lucy.
Oh my God. I think
the shoulders.
It's so beautiful. Yeah, I love the cinching of the waist. I like the color. I just think this is gorgeous.
And also like a classy way to do tie-dye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I could see this on a runway, right? I could see that. Yeah.
You are right now.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'm just letting you know.
Because that was a comma, not a period.
I could envision this on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Season 15?
Yeah. I can see it.
This is gorgeous.
She keeps doing good and it's making me mad.
This episode, she was quiet.
Yeah, I'm lukewarm on Lucy now. I don't feel as strong as I did 2 episodes ago. So I'm not sure yet. TBD on my feelings. But she's doing better in my eyes.
Robin Fierce. This is a beautiful dress. It moved beautifully. Yeah, this was gorgeous. I don't like her in the blonde wig though. I think she looks better in dark hair.
I would
But
agree with that. The blonde
yeah,
is weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think she looks better in dark hair, but this is gorgeous. The shoes are gorgeous. She's gorgeous.
She is a gorgeous queen, but I completely agree with like what the judges said and everybody, which is just like she fades into the
Well,
background.
yeah. I mean, this has been happening since the first
The
episode.
beginning. Yeah. And I think what she said on the runway makes a lot of sense, which is just like you don't take risks. You want it, and that makes sense because then you're just gonna be boring and in the background. Like if you this show especially, you have to like wow us or show up. I mean, these other queens are surprising us. You know, it's like Sasha busting out that metal verse. You know, it's like you don't expect that to come from that body.
I didn't understand that comment when she said she doesn't take risk. I was like, she auditioned for the show though.
Yeah.
The point is to stand out from the crowd. And if you are
Not in
not doing that,
Connecticut.
you are not going to win.
Well, and I think the perfect example of that was when they were doing their run through of their lyrics. And I think it was Sasha rightfully pointed out that's like she's so afraid to screw up or look bad, you know, or embarrass herself that she just like clenches up and is like super nervous. Where she wouldn't just like, who cares if you mess up? Just try it, you know, whatever. And I think like that is not gonna get you far in Drag Race. I mean, because with every competition, what?
It's not gonna get you far in life.
Yeah, with every competition, it's like the people that do the best are the ones that just go for it, you know, and aren't afraid to look silly, aren't afraid to look ugly, aren't afraid, you know, like they just don't care.
Or they care enough to understand like this isn't all of who I am, right? If I go be ugly one time for this competition, I'm not ugly for the rest of my life. If I mess up this one time making this song, I'm not going to mess up everything, right? But so many people don't know how to extract and compartmentalize, and I think Robin's one of those people, right? Like her entire being is wrapped up in her last mistake, right? She's only as good as her last mistake. And so if I just don't make any mistakes, then I'm always in a good place. And so I don't take any risks, so I don't make any mistakes.
Yeah.
And that, my dear, is a mistake.
Yep.
Oh, sure. Come on.
Yeah, this show is not good for anxious perfectionists.
No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Next is Mistress Isabel Brooks. I thought this look was good. The end.
Her makeup and the hair I loved, and I especially loved their comment when they were like, "Can you tell Marsha when you get back there?"
They're like, Marsha has not done worse enough to be in the bottom where we could critique this shit.
Yeah.
Again.
But, you know,
please take it back.
Please take it back to her. Maybe she'll hear it better from you.
Why I think the outfit is just okay is because I've seen it before. I constantly see big girls like Stacey Lane Matthews, Eureka.
Oh
like,
my gosh, Stacey Lane.
That's how far back I'm going with this. They throw on a cat suit and like, you know, they come down the runway and this is beautiful. It's really pretty.
Yeah.
But there's no wow factor.
I thought this look was great. You know, in comparison to other people in this season, she brings different silhouettes every time.
Yeah.
I just imagine it's going to be difficult for like bigger queens to find stuff to fit them well and feel confident and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's just my take. And she always looks confident and sexy, and she is doing the damn thing. And so I love it. And she looks so polished and clean.
Yep.
It's a great look for me.
It was a good week for her.
Yeah. Every week's been a good week for her. Yeah. She's been consistently at the top.
Yep.
Like she's killing.
I know she's tired of being a bridesmaid. She's gonna have something to say next week.
Next up, we have Daughter. So Lux Noir London Porter. She looks gorgeous as usual, but again, expected.
It just reminds me of like watching when we were watching Carrie Colby on the runway, where it was like she could wrap a towel around her, and I would be like, work. It would be like, yes. And whatever you're serving, I'm taking, like, I mean, this garment is pretty simple, I mean, it's beautiful, but she is stunning. So you would really have to do something horrible or put something horrible on to not look stunning on the runway. And then the attitude, again, it's like a lot of it is her attitude, where she just is like, she thinks that she is like the shit, and she's partially right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this look, and I was surprised that she came out like this. I thought this was really not her speech. She usually has like a little bit more on. So it was a nice departure to see like, oh, Lux can be a little skimpy and sexy and showing everything off. And this tie-dye print, I actually don't mind it.
Yeah.
And I think this is the only tie-dye print that I was really like, ooh, I could do something with this.
Selena S. Titties, baby. That's Joe Boo, so I'm gonna let him start.
This is ugly.
Selena.
This is like a bloody organ.
Yeah.
Or
labia majora.
Yeah, female organ. Yes. Surrounded by jeans, tattered jeans.
It's a labia majora in jeans.
Yeah, so it's not good. But let me tell you, she at least got tie-dye. So
she did get tie-dye.
I will say that.
It makes me laugh because it's just so as titties. It's just so like, and I think she thinks this is glamorous, and that's what's funny to me.
She feels pretty in it, Who are we?
You like the OT?
This is the best Selena has looked to me all season. This outfit was the first time that she came out and I didn't go, what the hell are you doing? This is the first time.
You need your eyes checked? You need your eyes checked?
Wait, OT. This is
the first time all season that Selena has come out and I didn't go, what the hell are you doing? Like, does the outfit make sense? Absolutely not. I have no idea.
Is it pretty?
What's going on? Right? I have no idea what's going on. Right? I don't know if she's a fucking seashell. I don't know if she's a mermaid that just came to life. Like, I don't know. Right? But it fits properly. It hits all the marks. It's cute. Is it gorgeous? No. It has a sense of style. It tells a story. I don't know what story it's telling, right? But it's giving me something, and it's not hideous. Like this is to me the first thing she's worn that fits her properly, that doesn't make her look weird and lumpy, or like this is the best thing she's worn all season to me.
I agree with the story part, but an American Horror Story.
Yeah, this is interesting, but OT. So now you kind of get like she just be throwing shit out there, and it works for her, and sometimes it'll work for you, sometimes it won't.
Yeah,
she is abstract art.
That's right.
Truth.
Sometimes you'll see something, and sometimes you won't.
That is perfect.
It's like those magic eyes that we had as kids, the magic eye books, where you're like, sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you won't.
Yeah. I was sitting here listening to y'all like, wait a minute, this is I thought for sure Joe was gonna be like, finally she put on something that fits properly. And he's like, I hate it.
OT, like, I don't know what you see, but I need you to see what I'm seeing.
I don't want to see what you're seeing.
Maybe this is how you felt, the previous
whole season.
But like this isn't even like funny bad. This is just
not. That's the thing. It's actually
it feels like my guts are coming out. And it looks like it just looks. This also
isn't a great picture. When that dress was moving, it looked good on her. It definitely did.
When it was moving off the stage.
Yeah, moving on.
That dress was dead on arrival.
All right, and for someone who didn't get the category, we're gonna say this is a miss, and let's go on.
Marsha.
So,
what about this is tie-dye?
Maybe the white is tie-dye, and it's just
I don't know.
you just
I
can't
didn't see any tie-dye. I also
she should have been the bottom for this shit.
I'm tired of this silhouette.
Yep.
Her, Anitra, like you're wearing this. I know what to expect every time you turn the corner. That's not why I watch Drag Race. Like,
she got really lucky she was in a good group with that country group, because this, like Joe just said, should have been in the bottom. Even if you were trying to make a metaphor or do something, none of it worked. It's boring. It's crafty. And again, she's trying to just lean into like, I'm Marsha and I got hit with the football in my nose. Like, we get it. Like, nothing about it is good.
Wow, Kelly said the C word. Yikes.
Crafty?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure
it is crafty because it's wrong. And it's like, do you even know what tie-dye is? Like, did she look around the room and she'd be like, oh shit. I thought it was a look to die for, not tie-dye for. I bet you that's what happened. I bet you she read it wrong.
To die for.
Do you know what I mean?
Joe gets a fan pop for that.
Oh my God, Joe, I think you're right.
Like she looked across the room, she's like, oh shit, I better sell this.
Yeah, that's all I brought.
I know.
You know?
And then she cut, and because the wall doesn't have any tie-dye fabrics.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
She didn't read the instruction, and then to have the nerve to come backstage, and she's like, I did a lot of work in the challenge. I thought I would be in the top. I'm like, girl, look in the mirror.
Don't see the work you do in the challenge. They see the challenge. They see you on the runway. Did my voice just crack? But like they don't see all of that. That always makes me a little crazy when people say that. I put in so much work. The judges aren't watching all of that.
That wasn't in the challenge, baby. It didn't say you'll be graded for the work you put in, but not necessarily how you perform or how trash your outfit is on the runway.
Anyway, Sasha Colby. Yeah.
I can't.
How do you get this outfit on? Is what seems like it would take hours.
She had to put baby oil on her skin to slide into that. Okay? Because it is, when I tell
probably got hidden zippers.
It is snatched to her body. Snatched. And she has a corset
dipped her in a tie-dye tank of paint.
Yeah, and she has on a corset too. Like, she is snatched into that. This is the opposite of what we were just talking about with Marsha, Anitra, Robin, Jax, right? Where you never know what is going to turn the corner when it's Sasha Colby's turn, but you know that you're going to drop your damn jaw. The level that she is doing drag at, nobody in this competition is doing drag. Nobody. She would have to do something so wrong to get out of this competition, because right now, for me, Sasha Colby is the person to beat.
Well, and she's not just a fashion queen either.
No.
Like, she's been showing up in the challenges. She's been funny. She's been like personality. Like, she's
her singing. She showed singing ability. To like, Sasha Colby is the person to beat this season. Do not be fooled.
I thought she might win this week.
I agree. I thought she was gonna win. She surprised me this week, and I know she's great.
Yep.
You know, so, and even either Rue or Michelle said, this is how you play the game.
Yep.
You know, and Sasha can do no wrong. I will say with this look, and again, tie-dye, so forgive me, but I thought it was a very similar silhouette to the Beautiful Nightmare one. With Sasha, you know she knows herself. Yep. You know she's comfortable with herself.
Yep.
And she knows that she can do anything she wants.
Yep.
She may not be great or consider herself a singer, but she can figure out heavy metal.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She may not know that she can act very well, but she's going to be able to deliver a line in a performance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so she knows what she does well, and she's able to put that into everything that Ruth throws at her, because, look, I'm here. I know myself. I'm great, and I can do anything.
Yeah, I'm not insecure. I'll try it.
Insecure about any of it. Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Yes, this is a really good look. Her best look so far.
Yep.
Very good vibe. Like I see her like
live.
a queen at a festival. And this is another tie-dye pattern that I would like. Okay, I would mess with this one.
Yep. Because it's two colors, two-tone. You know, it's kind of almost animal printish.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But I love the fit of all of it, like the kind of oversized, but yet still like didn't lose her body. You know,
it still has a shape. It's
she looks
so
taller.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. The wig and the shoes
chains holding the jacket together. Like it's sexy. It's gender fuck, right?
Yep.
It's everything. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Very strong week for Aura.
This is all of it. Like, mwah.
Yep.
Like you did that, Aura. You definitely did that, and I don't even like you right now. So
I was very surprised. She surprised me this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
But hey, good for you.
Yep.
Spice.
Wasn't this the outfit she wore last week?
Yes. And the week before that.
Even with the tie up the side. Even with the
at least it's tie-dye.
Yeah.
It is tie-dye. And it also has yellow. We talked about it last week. Like, I know what to expect when she turns the corner. I'm bored.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be bored because Spice is again one of those people who I'm really rooting for. I thought Spice had the goods to get to top 5. I'm starting to not believe that as the competition thins out.
Well,
I'm starting to believe she showed us all she can.
Yeah. She's been safe a lot, so she hasn't been able to get the critiques, which she needs a critique to be like, okay, what else?
Mm-hmm.
What else? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that she has the goods, but I don't think that she knows she has the goods.
I think she's probably still in her feels about Sugar going home.
Yep.
I mean, that's a hard something to lose.
Yeah, to your confidence.
Mm-hmm. Especially when you're not used to spending a day without them.
Yeah.
So I think she's still dealing with that. So TBD on her for sure.
I still would like to see her go far.
Same.
I like her story.
Yeah.
Right. And so it makes me want to root for her, but her drag is not making me want to root for her. But her makeup is always gorgeous. And then we get Malaysia baby doll Fox, who's back to her same old silhouette with larger boobs.
What was in the middle? Is a bodysuit?
No, that's a belt. That's just a big belt.
Oh, I couldn't tell. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a belt?
Yeah, that's a belt.
That's huge.
That's a belly belt.
Belly band.
It's a belt corset. It's a borset.
Oh, I don't like them.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's a giant belt.
Yeah. This didn't work.
It looks like trash with bubblegum in it.
Bubblegum trash.
You know when you
love it.
You open the bubble yum wrapper, you chew the gum. Oh, I'm tired of it, and you put it back in the wrapper, but it doesn't close all the way. That's what this looks like.
I hate you.
I'm sorry.
I hate you.
I'm sorry, but you agree.
I do not agree.
Malaysia bubblegum Fox.
Malaysia, I think you look pretty. I think it's a pretty dress. We've seen this silhouette on you so many times.
I have not seen this belly band dress before.
It might have. Maybe a different wig would have made a difference too.
No, it's the dress.
Yeah, it would have drawn my eye away from the dress.
It's the dress. It's the dress. I didn't like this, and it's unfortunate because when I was questionable or more questionable about Malaysia, her drag was very polished and looked really pretty. Like even though it was a gown, it was a pretty dress.
Yeah.
Now that I'm starting to root for her a little bit more personally, because she's standing up for herself, I cannot stand up for this dress. It's ugly.
We want to root for you.
We want to root for you.
I was rooting for
throw
you.
This away. Never again.
Rooting for you.
And is this tie-dye?
I was rooting for you.
Or is this just floral?
No, it's tie-dye.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, take the glasses. Oh, sorry, girl. It's low.
It's a miss.
Here's what I found.
Oh.
Not Malaysia style.
So we get down to the judging. They were judged as individuals and not as groups. And so we ended up with Mistress Sasha, Aura, Anitra, Jackson, Robin. Mistress Sasha and Aura, Mistress Sasha and Aura are the tops. Anitra, Jackson, Robin are justifiably the bottoms. Aura wins, which I think was a justifiable win. Any disagreements there?
She wasn't my favorite performance. And like I said earlier, I think Sasha could have won. I think Mistress could have won. But I think it was like Aura kind of like her change, like, because she has been kind of in the lower part of the competition, and I think it was her jumping up to like really show out this week that impressed the judges, and that's why she won. Because Mistress and Sasha have been at the top killing it, and so that was a bigger surprise. And so I don't think it's a bad that she won. But I think that went into the decision.
Yes, it just means that she's going to last a little bit longer, and I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't think she'll do well in the acting challenge.
Yeah, I don't think she'll do well either, but I don't know. She deserved to win. Any of those three, like you said, deserved to win. I just wish she didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so bad, but I'm sorry, girl. I'm not a fan.
There's some people that I'm ready for them to go. And then we had Anitra, Robin,
and the Oompa Loompa.
Oh, and Oompa. And Anitra rightfully stayed, I think. And then we had
I don't know. I like it. I like Anitra, but I rewatched it and she got like 3 words right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because she
like it was bad. Like Robin, you couldn't tell if she was even performing or not because her face was so covered and whatever. But I honestly think the Oompa Loompa probably should have stayed, but maybe or should have been safe. But maybe it's because Jack's outfit was so bad.
So bad. Yeah. I thought for a moment what they were saying that it might be a triple.
I was hoping it would have been, to be completely honest.
And I would have been fine with that too.
Yeah, I would have been fine with that because they were all really bad for really different reasons too. Anitra didn't know the lip sync at all. Like that is the whole challenge.
Problem. Yeah. Yeah. Michelle was literally like, that's a problem.
Yeah, like you didn't know the words.
Yeah.
The words that you wrote.
Yeah, and Robin's performance was so wrong. It was so wrong.
It was Robin's time to go though, so that's why I'm like, who cares? Like I'm the right person went home. It was her time.
I will say I didn't mind her lip sync for her life. I didn't mind that. I thought it was a very good performance.
Yeah.
I thought that lip sync was a waste of Jax and Robin. That song just didn't play into their talent.
It wasn't a great song choice.
No, it wasn't. But I thought they did a good job though.
They did.
I thought they both figured out a way to make the song their own, but I thought it was overall a waste. It was like having Kennedy Davenport come and do a country
song.
Yeah, like why would you bring in Kennedy Davenport for that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a waste.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was one of those
should choose the song.
Yeah, I think that they should have picked a different song for them. Yeah. But nonetheless, still a good lip sync. Jax justifiably wins. I thought that was a very clear win for Jax for me. While Robin did a good job, I don't think there was a real question that Jax should have won.
And I think we got all we were gonna get from Robin.
Yeah. Well, and she admitted it.
Yeah.
She admitted it. She didn't even talk about what she's going to do. She just said, "This is me."
Yep.
Like I was like, "Girl, and what? And what are you going to do?" Like you're like, "This is how I am."
Yep.
I was like, okay, so now the judges are gonna be like, "This is all we're gonna get from this bitch. She needs to go home now."
And some people can break out of their own box and like be moldable and like evolve. And that's where I think like we've seen like Marsha is very like boring and but I think she has the capability to bust out of that at some point in her career. Maybe not on this show, but at some point in her
career. It's not going to be on the show. I saw her on an interview.
But Robin, I don't think so. I don't know. Not with that attitude. I think it's just like we got what we were gonna get. So it was her time. Let's get into the can do's and condones from this episode.
The pit crew is my can do.
Yeah.
I like the addition. I thought that was very smart to have them. I know we talked about it earlier, but that's my can do.
Yeah, I agree. Just the theme of the show for me was a can do.
Yeah.
Just like paying homage to the generations that came before you that made all of this possible. Even though there was, a little tongue in cheek in there with the songs, like the running theme of the show was really like not forgetting your past.
Yep.
And also not forgetting the older gaze of the present. So I really loved the theme of the show, period. Mm-hmm. That was a can do.
Yeah. I mean, mine basically falls in there too. It's the other thing I'll say is that I just loved was Sasha's metal verse. That was so good. As soon as she started singing, I was like, this is amazing. Yeah. And like I said before, their campy old lady boobs were cracking me up because the way that they moved when they moved was so funny. So that was great. I'd put that up there in my can do.
Yeah. All right. Condone moments.
I've got one that we haven't talked about. This made me so mad. Going back to us talking about Aura. Was it Aura? Yes, it was Aura. Who was like, I don't know if I can sing like that. It will harm my voice. And I was like, girl, come on. Are you Celine Dion? Like, do you have a tour to go on tomorrow? Your voice is fine. You can sing a 20-second verse. You're not going to ruin your poor voice. It was like, get over it. Get over yourself.
Your talent wasn't even singing, girl.
No. Like, and since when were you an amazing singer that you had to have like tea and rest your voice? Like, where?
Chance, Leo, and I went in on that last night. I could not stop talking about it. I was like, who does she think? Everything you're saying right now.
Like, come on.
It was ridiculous.
It made me so mad. Eye roll.
Complete eye roll.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I did have one other can do that must be talked about.
We're on condones now.
Too bad. You lost.
I do have one other can do that we hadn't talked about. Megan Stalter, the guest host. Those jokes were so hilarious.
Hi, gay.
I like her on Hacks.
Oh my God, she was hilarical. I was so into
That's my kind of humor too. It's just so dumb, and it works so well because like the other judges are so fast with their wit, and so to have one that just counterbalances where you're trying to keep up and you can't. So
yes, and she was like, I'm not good at this. Oh my God, she was like, you're a whore when you have on hoop earrings.
Her time, the timing too. Her timing is very, very good.
It was so funny. Yeah. She was super funny.
And she was having a blast, which also...
And I was having a blast watching her. Yeah. My condone moment was that whole medal fight. Like, it went on way too long, where we barely get enough of the episode as it is. Please don't give us 7 minutes, a commercial break, and then another 4 minutes of a stupid fight. Like,
give us more of the runway.
Give us more runway time, or that could have been a mini challenge moment. But to waste like literally 7 or 8 minutes of the show on a fight about what genre of music you're going to sing was silly.
I think this really is going to set up whatever story is going to be put on Malaysia, whether this is the fight that broke her or the fight that ignites her. I think that's why they spent time on it, because of that, because I think it's going to carry on into next week.
Sure, you got 2 fans this episode. Yeah.
Turns out Joe is the producer of RuPaul. In secret this whole
I
time.
would be a very good producer.
I've said on more than one occasion, Joe knows somebody that works on Drag Race.
It's
So
him.
it's him, Kelly. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see you at work. I'm gonna need you
LinkedIn is just the cover.
right. I don't think that's your
videos
job.
of my lunch all the time. Well, I mean, in my stories and Instagram.
What was yours, Joe?
So the condone is don't confess to the judges that this is me, and it is terrible and it's boring. Like she had nothing else to say. It was like, well, that's me. I just don't take risk. That's the motto of the whole show.
Yeah,
it's like you gotta take risk.
Yeah.
I don't take risks. I'm like, also, we ain't gonna see nothing else.
Right.
You're out. Like
at least she knows.
Admitted it. Like
at least she's honest.
Poppy.
Like
at least
Poppy.
she's honest. You know.
Yeah. Well, honest got her out.
Yep. Exactly. But
again, like this is where like other people could be here, and I could be even more entertained.
Yeah. Because I think Irene, I would have liked to see more of Irene.
I would have liked to see more of Irene. Hell, I would have liked to see more of Sugar.
I definitely would like to see more of Sugar.
If you got two people that already are like, I'm not gonna do anything else but what I brought, and a person who is already ready to quit drag, like get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of prefer though what she did, what Robin did, over the people that like show us nothing and are very boring, and then backstage when they're leaving they're like, I had so much more to show. It's like, no, you didn't. No,
right.
You didn't. So at least she's just like, that was it. I showed you what I have.
Yeah. And even in Untucked, after when she when they show them packing up, she never went back and said, she was just like, I brought a lot of stuff. Like that was it. She's like, I have a lot of stuff to pack. There has to be something said for knowing yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there has to be something said for knowing when you've reached your limit.
Robin farce.
Joe.
I love it.
I said what I said.
Better if she changed her name to that.
I know. I was like, girl, your name had me like, let's go. And I was like,
well, I knew from that first performance that I wasn't going to be super entertained by her all season, and yeah, she was mostly forgettable, which is sad because she's so pretty.
I was like, no wonder they pushed her and Amethyst storyline. We wouldn't have known
so quickly.
Yeah, we wouldn't have known a damn thing about her.
Yeah,
or Amethyst.
Exactly.
Right.
So we get part 2 of Daytona Wins next week.
Oh my god, I can't wait for that.
Are they gonna tell them about? I guess they know about the gas.
Yeah, they already know.
But I bet it's gonna be a different gag.
Like
I think they're all gonna think it's farts, and it's gonna be something else.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna play another trick on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because burps is also gas.
Yeah.
Or it could be, who knows? I'm excited. It's gonna be so silly. And I always like a good acting challenge to be like, how are you gonna do, in these kind of acting challenges?
Maxine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Anything else about the episode?
No, I think I'm good.
Perfect. Then let's close out because we got lives to lead. Thank you once again for joining us on Condone Yourself as usual. And please be sure to tune in next week where we will be discussing the next episode, episode 7. The Daytona Wind is coming back. So exciting.
Oh, I hope Calix comes back.
Ooh.
Bring back my boy.
Bring back my boy.
Please be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Condone Yourself Podcast. Be sure to like our YouTube page and subscribe because then you'll get all the alerts whenever we post a new video. We'll see you real soon. See you real soon.
Come on, Lucy. Come on.
Homophobia.
Come on, Lucy. Let loose.
First of all, I was not pitchy. See you.
You're correct.
Real soon.
Maron Paris was.
See you. Real soon.
get better.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
It ain't gonna get better.